Max Carroll, and today I'm going to be doing finally my first toy review in God knows how long. And I have it's technically for my birthday haul video, but it's technically not at the same time. But I got a little something special for you guys as sort of a makeup for my lack of videos. I'm going to be reviewing the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 1994, the first release. You may be wondering, how the hell did this kind of a noob of a Godzilla fan get a hold of this gem of a figure? Well, a few months ago, now if you remember from my first haul video, I got the G94 figure. I found it on a deal on eBay for like $45, but I got it. It was like, it was not horrible, but it wasn't in the perfect condition. Let's see, someone painted over the claws and the teeth. Sorry, I'm using a crappy cell phone camera for this. But yeah, painted over the claws and the teeth. And also the tail, there was a problem with one of the joints. It kept on popping off. So, yeah. But I got this figure because it came with the Atomic Breath accessory. So I have it. I eventually ended up painting that figure and giving it away to a friend of mine. And I got this one instead for $63. So I got this with the box. So technically, all in all, I have the original figure complete. I'm very happy to have this figure. It's one of my favorite Godzilla figures indeed. So yeah, let's get started. Detail. It's just, I mean, for 2011 in the Monster Arts line, the beginning of the line, this was immaculate. If the camera will stop being a dick and actually zoom in. Come on. Alright, there we go. So you can see the detail is pretty immaculate. Paint job. Yeah, the first figure I had, the eyes were actually pretty good, but, you know, I had to give that one away. Plus, I painted over them. Second figure, he's got pretty derpy looking eyes, but I don't mind. It kind of makes this figure unique, you know. Mouth, very nicely detailed. He's got the tongue in there. The roof of the mouth is even detailed. And he's got the dual teeth, dual rows of teeth. So yeah. Dorsal plates, they're colored in this nice bone color. And it goes all the way down to the tip of the tail. And the claws are painted the nice same color that the teeth are, and the toenails. And of course, you know, as you can see, he's molded in this nice charcoal, grayish, black color. And also, like I said, while the eyes are derpy, they have the nice coloration, the Heisei coloration, the as you can see, he's got the yellow pupil or iris or whatever, and he's got the red outlining it, and then the black. So very cool figure, detail wise. Articulation wise, his figure is pretty loaded. Let's see, his head can move at a ball joint. The jaw is also on a ball joint, so if you want to get that rocker movement, you can. His neck is on a ball joint, so he can look pretty far up. Actually, one of the features that you can do is swimming mode, although no one puts him in this. It's worth mentioning because if you pull this back far enough, this bulge in the neck, this bulge right here, this will pop out, and yeah, and you can get him into swimming mode. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I might do it in a stop motion if I ever get around to doing one with this figure. So yeah, the arms move at the shoulders. This one actually moves farther out than this one for some reason. This one's pretty limited. It's kind of disappointed, but I don't mind. So I'll be using this arm as the example. This arm can move out, in, up, and down. He can actually bring his arms a full 360 around, but I'm just not going to do it because I'm only using one hand. So yeah, he can move at the bicep. Unlike Godzilla 94, which I have in my room, although it's chopped up and I turned it into a custom, and I don't feel like pulling it out right now. And Rebirth Godzilla, which their bicep joints are on ball joints. This one is just on a basic swivel. The elbows are on a ball joint, double ball joint system actually, so you can get a lot of poses with that. And then the wrists are on ball joints. Another reason why I don't want to do it with this arm is because this hand, it pops off really easily. Yeah, you heard it click, but it doesn't stay in too well. Or will it? It might. I don't know. This hand is it's a huge gamble when moving it around. I don't feel safe doing it. The upper chest can move. On a ball joint, can go forward and backwards a little bit. It's not, it's not too extreme, but it can happen. The legs, the deal with the legs is that, knock them over. Because the sculpt are very hindered, so you can only get so much movement. But I don't mind, because this actually perfectly captures the embodiment of the Heisei Godzilla, I feel. Because, as you guys probably know, Heisei Godzilla wasn't exactly the most limber kaiju of all time, if you know what I mean. Knees, I have to, I have to flip them over for this. I'm sorry. I can't do this properly with one hand. Knees are on a double, if this will work with me. Yeah, double ball joint system. There's a calf joint right here. And then ankle joint. Flip them back over. And then the tail, as you can see, it's composed of all these ball jointed segments, so you can get a lot of poses out of this. It's not meant to do anything really spectacular. It's just meant to move around and stuff to give the, give the simulation, if you're doing a stop motion, of an actual monster like moving. So yeah. Accessories, like I already showed, he comes with the atomic breath. If you guys have either seen reviews of the first release figure, or if you actually have either this or Rebirth Godzilla, then you probably know how this works. It just goes together like that. Line it up with Godzilla's mouth. And then boom. Not the greatest accessory in the world, but it's definitely worth noting. I do like what they did, though. I mean, it's not perfect. There's definitely a lot of flaws. Actually, this isn't the original Tamashii Stage Act 4 base that came with it. The original that I have, it's in my room, but it's broken. This one was actually far more sturdier, and it connected into the atomic breath and the base much better. But this is actually an older stand, so I guess it still has its rarity. So whatever. Get this out of here. Overall, what do I think of the MonsterArts Godzilla 94, the 2011 release? I think this is a beautiful figure, in all honesty. God damn, this camera. I do really enjoy this figure. I think that if Tamashii did Burning Godzilla, I think that they should have used... I mean, I get why that they wanted to do a new body, because, they wanted to rectify the issues that were present in the first Godzilla release's body, such as, I heard some people had issues with the neck popping off. I don't have a neck popping off issue per se, but I can pop it off with a small bit of force. But yeah, according to some people, they had issues with the neck popping off, or the head popping off at the base of the collarbone. And, other issues too, such as hindered articulation in the legs. So I get why they did it. But you know, I'm personally, I'm a guy for consistency. So if for Burning Godzilla, they should have just gone with the '94 body, and if they wanted to do a variant of it, you know, or a new release, then I think that Rebirth should have been the debut of the body that debuted with the original Burning Godzilla. And then, you know, because now we got Ultimate got Burning Godzilla coming out next year. That should have been, you know, the debut of Burning Godzilla. You know, the body cast in the Burning Godzilla mode, I guess you could say, because they didn't do the Burning Godzilla too correctly with the original 2012 release. So yeah, and on this one they did it much better. I don't recall Godzilla's dorsal plates on the tail being freaking snow white, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this has been my review. I'll try to get Custom Kaiju Showcase Episode 2 up sometime this week, finally. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. This is Max Carroll, and I'm out. Sorry for the crappy cam.